And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It is your boy, Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. And I have somebody on the other line. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Who do we have here
Yo,
today?
I'm Marcus from Nourished by Time. What's up? What's good?
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing really good, actually. I'm doing really good. Yeah, I got some. I've been like really productive this week, which makes me feel good. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
it's been fun. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. You just said something that just, I'm like, man, did I not do enough research? You said your Marcus from Nourished by Time. Is Nourished by Time
Yeah,
just you, or is that a group?
yeah. It's just me. It's
Okay.
just me. I just like to like. It just feels weird just to say I'm Nourished by Time. I think it's just like more of a personal like identity thing. like, I'm like I'm, I'm still Marcus. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
for
at the,
sure.
you know.
It's like every time I see somebody talk about Earl Sweatshirt who knows him, they call him by his real name, call him Tebe or
Yeah,
whatever.
today exactly.
So
Yeah, no, like literally, no, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Like, yeah, because it's plus for him, I think I read it's like something that he like came up with when he was really young, and I feel like I don't know, I don't know, I think it's a great name, but I get like just like just wanting to go by your like regular name, like it's kind of yeah,
yeah, I mean that makes sense because I mean all of them, that whole Odd Future collective, like I'm pretty sure all of those names came about because they're like kind of like silly names and like
they're
they were really
fire,
young.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's
So
that was like my favorite thing. It's like I was a big Odd Feature fan when I was like in high school and like still am, but like that was kind of when it started. But I remember just being like, yo, like this is like surreal. Like this is like some like surrealist shit. Like this is like it was it was really fun. That was such a cool like that was one of the last eras where like videos were like, yo, like you were really going crazy with videos.
I remember the first time I seen them, it was this was back when World Star Hip Hop was you have to go on World Star Hip Hop every single day to check everything, and it
Right.
was like the Yonkers video, and it was like a craze. I was like, it was
Bro.
like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? I was like, what it? Let me see what's wrong with this
Yeah.
nigga.
No, it was I remember being in like I was in class and it was like this kid in my class was like, yo, you seen like the Yonkers video? Because like he knew I like shit like that. So he was like, yo, you seen Yonkers video? I was like, who's that? I was like, Tyler Creator. Like it's like Tyler Creator. I was like, damn, that's a fire name. And, like that was the first time I'd ever like been intrigued and like that I kind of went back and like yeah. I mean like that was pretty early on, but still yeah. They had really cool YouTube too.
Everything about it,
Yeah.
it was like not saying they were the first people to do this because obviously they weren't, but during that
Right.
time period, they were definitely like kind of breaking the mold in the sense where it's like, hey, it's okay to be yourself. Like you don't got to be like the
Bro,
cool rapper, you know?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like like you said, like definitely people did it before. Like you had like Pharrell and like Lupe and like Kanye and stuff like that. But like still, it was like they were like they felt like my friends, like or like they felt like just kids I would like hung out with in school. Like it was like yeah, and it made you like. The cool thing about Tyler is that he was super inspirational. Like he
Mm.
was pretty much just saying like, "Yo, like you can do this too. Like it's not like impossible. You just have to kind of like focus," um, which was really cool. Which was
Some
definitely really cool.
something that I feel like a lot of artists can just learn from them. Where, like I said, not the first people to do this, obviously, but they definitely, like you said, made people want to know them beyond the music because they had a bunch
Right?
of vlogs and old YouTube videos. And if you're like super big Odd Future fan,
Yeah,
you've seen all the
exactly.
videos of them just wilding out of stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
world building and shit. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and it's
That was
funny because I feel like, man, you might be having that connection with people right now, bro.
yeah.
And
Think so?
I want to take a step back on how I even found Nourished by Time or Marcus from Nourished by Time. Um, so I use this website called KTT,
Mm,
and they it was like your album was posted about a lot on there. It's like a thread on there about just like the Nourished by Time thread. So I think that the I think like in the title it was like album of the year question mark. And I was like, all right, let me listen to it. So I like this is last year. I probably heard like the first 30 seconds of a random song,
mm.
and just where I was at the time, I was like, "This is there's a lot of stuff going on in this song. It's like, I don't know if I could take this. I'm gonna have to listen to another day. There's a little too much going on for me right now." So last year, nigga, I did not know who you was. I was like, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just too much going on. So fast forward
right.
to this year, I make a YouTube video, and the first YouTube video I want to say of the year that I made was, "Who do you guys want to see me interview in 2024?"
Yeah.
Nourished by time, nourished by time, nourished by time, nourished by time, nourished by time. So I'm like, ain't that bro with the erotic like the erotic what it was I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, let me go and look it up. So
Yeah.
I went to go give the album a full listen. It's funny because man, I even like I'm prepared for this interview, but I still wish I could do this interview later because I'm still, and I feel like this is never a thing. I'm still trying to figure out how to put your music into words because it's so much like this is what I've came up with so far. This is terrible description, but it's if I never knew anything about you, I'd be like, this is a nigga who loved '90s R&B,
Yeah.
but then a nigga also listened to Nirvana. But on the
Yeah.
weekends,
Yeah.
he went to church with his people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where you hit a little gospel influence from.
Yeah.
Because bro, Erotic Probiotic might be the first elements of R&B, goddamn Nirvana type music and gospel that I've ever heard, and you
Yeah.
made it sound perfect. Beautiful album, bro. So I just want to
Thank
start that
you.
off by
Thank
saying
you.
thank you
No,
for this
that means a
album.
lot.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. No, that means a lot. Yeah, that was a perfect description of it. Yeah, it's definitely like it's definitely important to me that like that people know that it's like it's rooted in black music for sure. Like that's like what I listen to. It's like the first music that I like listen to. And it's like yeah, music that like really hits me like in my like soul. But at the same time, yeah, you're right. Like I was listening to like a bunch of like like my dad would call AM radio shit.
Mm.
Like like just like when he was like I listened like to everything, man. Like because like I'm listening for the songwriting. I'm not listening for like I don't care how it's marketed. I don't care like cause that's all like label shit. Like I'm more focused on like yeah the music and like sometimes the aesthetic, but like mostly yeah just the music and like I I think everyone can make at least one song that you like. You know, you just gotta look for it. And I just really like to just dig and like yeah, just give everyone a chance. You know, like and it's like sometimes it's doesn't work, but I'm also like very like into like the subconscious and like I know how the subconscious works, and so it's just really easy for me to write music now, and so because it's just like I just take everything in and then I just like forget about it and just go and live my life. You know, watch some like dumbass TV, just like do like mix high and low, and just like yeah, just write music. But I think for me, I'm just really disciplined, and I just write a lot of music so I can kind of like filter out what's good and like not everything I write is good, but like I think everything I write is true to me, and that's like what's important. So it definitely I think it's really cool that yeah people like care about the music, you know what I mean, and like are excited about it because I think it's like I don't know, I think it just says more about other people than it does about me, you know. Honestly, like it's like we're all reflections of each other in a way, and so it's I think that's been my most like or like that's been my favorite thing about this whole process is just like it gives me more faith in the world that like other people can connect with this music and like have their own like perceptions of it, which is cool. Yeah,
So I feel like there's a lot of layers to your music,
yeah,
and I want to treat this interview similar because I want to start on the surface level because your songwriting I feel like is a couple layers in. I want to
yeah,
start about just how the music just sounds. So let's say if somebody's not even listening to what you're saying, they're just listening to the
right,
sound of it,
yeah,
and the sound is interesting because this is what I feel like differentiates you. It's a bunch of things, but this is one thing that I've picked up on. You might have the most proper voice of an R&B artist I've ever heard. And the way you pronounce stuff like, I say I love you, she says whatever, like it's so
yeah,
fucking proper and I've never heard anybody sing R&B that
yeah,
way. So I feel
yeah,
like that right there alone is interesting. And even before I even get to that, like I said, just the sounds that I'm hearing. Because I feel like the second half of this album damn near I'm like, bro, is this a gospel album? This sound like what I'm saying, the way it sounds or
yeah.
whatever. So I just kind of wanted to touch on like when making the when you making erotic probiotic too, um what were the sounds you were going for exactly?
I think I'm always going for like a mix of like like maybe like definitely SWV is like my like that's like my North Star. Like Coco is like my North Star. And like if you listen to her voice, it's very like country. Like it has like a very like country aspect to it.
Mm.
Um and also like Ian Curtis from like Joy Division is like one of my favorite like just like people with deep voices and kind of like like kind of growl a little bit. It's like I think yeah, just like a mix of those two worlds. And also just like me being weird, I don't know. Like it's just I like to add a theatrical aspect to the music. Um yeah, it's like yeah, I don't really think too hard about it. I kind of just like whatever feels good, and like however it comes out, like it kind of comes out, you know.
One
Yeah.
thing about this album, like that there was a song stuck in my head, and it was like I had listened to a song a couple weeks ago, and I was like, dang, what song is that album from? Like, who made this song? And I couldn't find it, and I was just like, dang, I hate when that happens. Like, I'm definitely the type of person like when I want to seek something out and I cannot find it, it frustrates me to the bone.
Yeah, it's like
So,
stuck in your head.
yeah, I'm like, man. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm listening to your album, nigga. It was Daddy the entire time.
Oh yeah.
It was. I tell you what it was. It was the part where like I don't know if it's you with the high pitched voice. Like, I'll never be alone. Daddy,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
never-" It was
yeah.
that in my
Just me
head.
being pitched up. Yeah,
Exact, and I could not
yeah.
think about what it was. Every time that happens with an album, I'm like, okay, this is one of the ones because if a
That's
song
such a
gets
funny
stuck in
thing
my
to
head
say.
like that,
Yeah,
I love that song, bro. That song is so good, man.
it's a cool song. It's funny. It started off as like a really like small interlude that I like just had on like a SoundCloud link, and then like my manager was like, "Yo, that's cool." Like, and then we were just gonna have it just be like an interlude, and then I just kept working on it just because like that's kind of what I do. Like, I'll just work on shit from like just throughout and just kind of just kind of like an assembly line. I'll just like spend time on this, go with something else. So like I just wound up adding drums to it because I think it was just like the piano part. Um, but yeah, no, it's a cool song. It's not my favorite song, but it is a cool song. It is a really cool song. It's definitely a cool song.
It's funny. I don't even know if it's my favorite song, but it's definitely the song that gets stuck in my head a lot. Like that's the song that is like in my
It's
head the
catchy.
most, for
It's
sure,
catchy.
for
It's
sure.
definitely catchy. It's like it's a nice like boo 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 boo. Like it's got a really cool like piano hook. Like it's a like the. I also think it's a cool like subject. It's like kind of like a different subject. Like and also just like yeah, I don't know. It's just like fun. I think it's fun. It's cool too. It's like yeah, it's just a vibe.
I seen an Instagram post you made about it. You said it's a song about what did you say, masculinity,
Yeah.
emasculation. What else was it?
Yeah, it's about like the character. It was like something it was something similar I was going through, and I like made a character about it. And it's just about a person who's like dating someone who is like doing sex work and like is like has a sugar daddy and like what that's like from like the other like from that person's perspective, but also like but doing it in a way that's not like hating on the woman kind of thing, like
Yeah.
kind of just keeping it like internal, like because it's kind of like a tricky thing to write about, and it's just I feel like it's just better if it's just like like you're still talking about like what you're going through, but like not being like bitter, because it's like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like you got yourself into this situation, so you can't be too
No,
mad.
that's definitely a unique subject that makes me think about two things. Makes me think about one. Literally recently, I was just talking about like dating like a porn star or whatever, and like how that must be or whatnot. That must like
Yeah.
it's not for everybody. You know, that's definitely
No,
not for
no, it's
everybody at
not.
all.
It's really not. But I
So
do think it's something that like everyone should like men should put themselves into like situations like that to like see where you're insecure and like where you're secure.
yeah,
Like kind of but yeah.
I think that was fresh in my mind because I seen bro from Hot Ones was dating a porn star, and
Yo, that's the first thing I thought of too when you said they
24
broke
hours
up.
later,
They broke up like recently.
I was like, man, man. A little too hot for him. It got a little too hot for him. I don't think he had no hot sauce like that, man. It was a little too hot for him, man. But that it that's crazy, right?
Yeah, he
Insane
seemed
stuff.
like he seems like a really sweet dude. Just like what I would do with this fame, or like he's probably just like a regular, just like a regular dude, like likes porn, you know, yeah, why not? You know, I don't know, like
Why not?
he's probably sweet, you know, just
That
probably
is
just can't take it, you know.
that is funny.
Yeah.
But no, one thing kind of like peeling back a layer is the songwriting aspect you talking about.
Yeah.
Like it's a different type of subject matter that you don't really hear in songs like, and I really love that about you.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs, I've talked about this. I don't know if I ever talked about this on my channel, of last year, because it was just so different, and I didn't even know this nigga could write interesting. Well, I'm not. I always liked it, but it was just like, what was different?
Yeah.
Jadena, the dude, man, I'm a classic,
Oh, yeah,
man.
I'm glad. Yo, me, I swear to God, me and my friend discovered him in like 2013, like
Really?
on YouTube. Like he had like no, sorry, yeah, no,
No, that's hard. That's hard.
yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
So Jadena put out an album last year, and this nigga might have had one of the most different type of songs. He wrote a song about being in a polyamorous relationship,
yeah,
and the way he wrote about it was just interesting because it wasn't like, yeah, I got all these hoes with me. It was like a
right,
very
right.
honest perspective, and he was saying he had to drop one girl because the girl really went freaky enough. Like they was having orgies on the beach, and she was like, "What's going on?" And what he said, he said a polyamorous relationship. He said polyamory is not just a relationship. He's like it's a family. And the way he was talking about it was just so
Oh wow,
interesting because it was just like
yeah,
I've never heard this talked about in a song like this. And
same.
similar to how you write, it's like okay, I've heard similar topics, but not touched on like this. So I think that's a very cool
Yeah,
thing how you do that.
yeah, yeah. I think it's like yeah, like we're in a time. I think I'm just bored, and I just like I want to hear. I wish the world was like more cartoonish, and like I'm just trying to like make it more just like interesting and like or like do my role like as artists like we're supposed to like add to the 1,000 year stew that's been churning for you know like however like however long you know and it's like yeah it's yeah just nobody wants to hear the same shit and it's like yeah I don't know just take a chance like I'm not like I'm gonna stop doing music when it gets boring
Mm.
but like I'm gonna get my shit off first, but like, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, like when it becomes too routine. Like I remember Andre 3000. He was talking once. He was like, he would be like at the peak of Outkast. Like he was saying like, or he was saying how he would be performing, but he'd be thinking about like what he was gonna eat that night. Like he's just like completely zoned out. And it's like it just got boring to him because like clearly we see now like he had other
Yeah.
interests and like or just deeper like it wasn't about the money and the fame for him it was about the art and like not to say Big Boy like was about the like the fame
Yeah.
but like I think Big Boy was like yo like this is cool like I've been the same thing I've been the same way like yo this is great like but if it's like constantly like I think the higher you go like the less it becomes about the art like and I'm perfectly comfortable with it like hitting a ceiling if I get to maintain like a certain level of creative control and creative like just power same way like like Prince sold more records or like made more money and had more creative control when he went like independent but like less people heard the records so it's kind of like a uh give them or yeah push and pull.
No, yeah, and I feel like you talking about like because that's kind of like the old saying like if you ain't having fun with it, you're done with it type of thing. And you saying you just said something super interesting a couple minutes ago about kind of looking at the world like a cartoon or whatever. And I would
Yeah,
assume
yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe even like put because like a cartoon can get away with more than a real show can with like actual humans. Rather if it's like offensive jokes or rather if
Right.
it's just like cause think about like South
Yeah.
Park. Like South Park wouldn't be or Family Guy couldn't be that type of show if it was real
Nah.
people, you
Yeah.
know? So
That's a
rather
good point. That's a good point.
rather if it's like the jokes or rather if it's like just things you could do with animation that you can't do with real people, whatever it is. So like putting that into like the music perspective, you're I feel like your brain may be like more creative thinking about it as a cartoon rather if it's just like real life. You know if that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
No, it's a really good point because, like, in a cartoon, like, yeah, that's a classic thing. Like, you can run through that 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 brick wall that is like a road. You can run through that in the cartoon, but in real life, you just hit the brick wall. And so it's like if you're thinking like, yeah, no, that's a great analogy. Yeah, it's very true. It's like just I don't know, like yeah, I think like when you don't have a lot of confidence, it can go either like two ways. It's like you can just be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do whatever, or like I'm just gonna do exactly what I see people like, or like what is successful, and I'm just gonna copy that. And it's like I don't know, like I didn't always have a lot of creative confidence. Like I had to build it and find it and like suffer. Like that's a big part of like being an artist is just like suffering for like most of it, and like it never really goes away. And like sometimes I forget how to write music, and it's like it's not a linear thing. It's very and it shouldn't be, like, but it is a muscle and it is a skill. Like it's kind of it's I don't know, it's complex.
No, for sure. And I feel like one of the skills that you do have that everybody can't do because it just ends up sounding like another type of person or another song from another person. But you have the ability to like make a very nostalgic sound, but
Yeah,
also have it sound like you and very
yeah,
and new. You know, like I feel like for example, like the intro, Quantum Suicide, like just the
yeah,
way like I don't know something about the way you come in on that with it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that just you feel me? That just get me vibing, man. Like it just that sound nostalgic for some
Yeah,
reason. I don't know
yeah,
why.
yeah. I mean, because it's like I don't know. My favorite melodies are like R&B and country melodies, like, and so. But it's with music, yeah. You can like set a plane for it and like the have some contrast with it. But like, yeah, it's just most important to just like feel through music and just like feel it and just if it feels good, cool. Like I don't really think too hard about it. Like, but I feel all of it.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely. But no, yeah,
I love that.
That's so funny.
Man, it's so hard to me, bro. What? That joke's so hard, bro. I love that, man. One of the other things that's kind of nostalgic to me is actually the outro. I think "Unbreak My Love's outro. Yes, "Unbreak My
Yeah,
Love."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I
for
like
I
it.
don't even know if you know this song, but this is where I say like the second half of the album, I feel like takes on a much more like gospel route. Rather than I feel like the first half of the album had like a like because the second half still had a lot of '90s R&B influence, but I feel like I heard
No, you're
more
right.
'90s R&B
You're
influence
right.
on that one.
Yeah.
So the last song, I don't know if you've ever heard "Optimistic" by Sounds of Blackness.
Stay optimistic.
Why
That
that
one, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
this
yeah.
the way that the way it it's
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
reason, bro. That song is so fire, bro. That song is so
That's just
good,
it's
bro.
a perfect
That
song. It's
song
a
is
perfect song.
so
No,
good.
there was like a whole period where like I would just listen to that song like for a whole week because it was I was just obsessed with it. Yeah, yeah. The chord changes are very like I don't know similar. It's just a completely different like plane. I would say like, but it's like yeah, it's a cool it's like an apocalyptic gospel song. Like
Mm,
it's definitely like it's like a torch, a literal torch song. Like it's like it's I don't know. Like I like the drums in that song a lot. I like the drums, and I like the I don't know. Yeah, even that one, like the melody for that one. Are you waiting for a day? Oh, yeah. Like that could be a like SWV song. Like that
for
could be
sure.
like any. It's just like it's just has a different production. Because I like big like I used to be really into Meatloaf. Like used to like a bat out of her. Like I used to like when I was in school. I was in the musical theater writing class for like a day, but they wanted way too much out of it. Like they wanted way too much. Like they wanted it to be like your like life, and I was like, bro, I just want to make like a couple songs. I want to make, you know what I mean? Like they were like, you're gonna write your own play and like meet with people every week and like like have like a mentorship, and I'm just like, bro, like this is. crazy. Yeah, I changed it for like a guitar pedal class, which was much better, much better,
Just high
much.
school,
College,
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 college, college, college,
college. Yeah,
college, college.
college. Yeah, college. Yeah. I went to a very fake college where you could pretty much just play around for 4 years and just be very musical. It was very fun.
Is it Baltimore?
Yeah. No, it was at Berkeley in Boston. Not the smart people.
Not the. I was like, you went to Berkeley. I mean, with the other
Hell
Berkeley.
no. My GPA was nowhere. I I don't even consider it like because I didn't go for like there are people who went for a degree and I went for a diploma, which was just like all music classes. So like I stopped learning. Like I told people I have like a high school education because like I just started learning music after it's like I left when I was like 17 and just after that I kind of just like I did my own studying. I started getting into like more like I don't know leftist shit and kind of just started learning more about the world. But yeah,
Yeah, write that down. See, you say so much, and I'm like, damn, nigga, I ain't even know
I
you
know
was
I
finna
talk
go
too
there.
much.
No, I love it though, because
I've been told I talk too much.
no, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna come back to that, but because I didn't want to break straight from just like
Yeah,
usually like when I'm like talking about like albums, I talk about a couple songs like that's my favorite. I could talk about lately every song and like something that's like unique
that's
because
cool.
like the feels. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just an ignorant nigga, but when I hear that song, I just imagine like niggas pop locking in a cotton field. Like that is, I don't know why that's the very.
I don't even know why I called it that. Because there's like a in Baltimore. There's like a like it's like near my neighborhood. There's like a big field where people would hang out, but I never hung out there. Like I never like so like I don't really like I don't really know why I called it that, but yeah, because I never say the fields in the song at all. But
Great song though. The
cool,
I'm really
cool
nice.
song.
I
Yeah,
pray
yeah, yeah.
to Jesus.
That is kind of when it starts to kind of get more gospel too. Where
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
So that's what's like. That's the second half of the album where you feel that more gospel
yeah.
feel. Was that intentional did I just?
No,
Or was it
no, just
sequenced that way more, or did it just happen
just
like
kind of
that?
felt it. Yeah, I kind of just like felt through it. Like I was more just like I just never wanted it to get boring at any point because I honestly, to be honest, like I never like expected this album to like do what it did. Like I
Mm.
thought, like I really thought it was just going to be some like cool shit. Like a couple people hear it and like it just be cool and I just make something else. Like like it's done like way more than I ever thought it would be. So I'm really grateful for that. But yeah, like I was kind of just fucking around. Well, not fucking around, but like
Yeah.
with the sequencing, I was kind of just like I was like, all right, I want to start off like with some personal shit, and then like just kind of because like for me, I'm also like really like ritualistic. I like I think the third song should be like something big.
Mm.
But I think the second song should be something like easy. Um, and then I don't know the rest. I don't really have any rules
It's
for the
funny you
rest.
said the second song. Literally, the second song is on my phone right now because I was about to bring up
Seriously, yeah.
freaking.
See,
Come on now, that
locked in.
freaking. That's another one that's stuck in my head. The you got to shed that fear.
Yeah. That's a cool one.
It's so fun. And I don't mean to cut you off, but as I'm like, I don't know. Every time I like sing or rap, I do have to do the person's voice. And when I'm doing the voice, who I kind of do this voice to for as well, kind of like King Cruel.
Yeah. Just super harsh, deep voices. Like yeah,
Great though,
yeah.
very unique. That's what I feel like
Love
makes
King Cool.
yeah, like because
Huge fan.
who sounds like King Cruel? You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
I was just talking about this. That's so funny. Yeah.
Who sounds
Yeah,
like you?
still. Yeah, me. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know. I think
Nobody. That's the answer.
yeah.
Nobody. Because I think it's the warmness of your voice, and like I said, with R&B, the way that you articulate your words and like your voice, I've never heard that. So it's just very very unique to you. And like I said, "Shed That Fear" was another song that like I'm just driving. Like usually when I'm driving around the city, I'm listening to like rap or something. I'm in the car. You got to shed that fear. You know what I'm saying? Of
And it
passing
goes back.
away.
And it goes Yeah, no, that's fire. Like that's that. I'm like, bro, I'm honored like that people drive to my music because that's I listen to most of my music like in transit, like walking, catching trains now, like fucking yeah, fucking. That's probably my favorite song on the album. Like that's what I listen
Fire.
to most when I go back. Yeah, it's like it's a really cool song, and it's just like direct. It's like really like just tells you what I fucking mean.
So I'm gonna talk about what I see people's favorite is, and my possible. Because my favorite is either "Shed That Fear" or the song I'm gonna bring up in a few minutes. But the people's favorite
Yeah.
that I see, people love "Soap Party." People love "Soap Party" is great.
Yo,
People love "Soap Party." People love "Soap Party."
people love that song, man. And that was my least favorite song in the album.
Really.
Like, yeah. And so I never play it live, but like I started playing it live, but like yeah, people get mad at me if I don't. Like yeah, it's just that's that's a cool song. It's a cool song. It's a cool song. Like it's cool too because it's like it's very chill and it's long. Like it's like probably one of the longest songs on the album. So like the fact that people, I think yeah, people like we got to give people more credit for their taste. I think
Yeah.
as like creators and shit. Like people still have long attention spans and like good taste and like I don't know like curiosity and it's cool. Not just saying that because they like my album, but just like in general. Like when I travel to like London, like which is like my like one of my favorite places creatively. Like I just always see just cool shit, and it's always packed, and it's like it's sometimes it's really weird,
Yeah.
but like people are just curious. They're just like I just want to be out and like just see something. So it's really cool.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think the most gospel sounding song on here is? It's my favorite, by the way.
Probably I feel like either like it depends on like like because I think workers interlude is like more of like a bluesy kind of gospel vibe. Like it depends on like which part of gospel. But I think yeah, probably either like oh man, hold on, let me pull it up real quick because I'm forgetting my own shit. I don't know because I try not to listen to it too much. Oh, probably like yeah, probably Unbreak My Love or like The Fields. Probably.
Unbreak My Love is crazy, but it's definitely that. Don't make me wait so long.
Yeah, Workers Interlude. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It just feels like literally it's like I just imagine somebody in a
I
church
forgot
just
about that.
singing that. Like that's what that
Yeah,
sounds like. Such
that's
a good
cool.
song.
I'm glad that came through because yeah, this is like one of the first times that people like talked about that. Like they kind of talk about it. Like I did an interview with like an Italian journalist who like said like the Fields was like gospel
Mm.
and like the chorus, which I definitely heard. But like yeah, I just never think about it. Like I like it's just like what I listen to, I guess, and it's just like I'm really into like I don't know like weird gospel samples, and I'll just like try to look up who they are, and then I'll just like start listening to the whole album, and you'll just like find a bunch of cool shit. Um, like Pastor T.O. Pastor T.O. Barnett. There's like Kanye sampled it.
Yeah.
Like the whole album is just like fire.
Crazy.
Like it's like, and then like people do the same songs in different ways, and it's just like it's a really like I don't know. Yeah, I definitely want to do a more gospel focused album, but like I want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like I'm like a deconstructed gospel album that still has like soul and shit.
For sure. I want to put you on to a gospel album you might not be familiar with.
Yeah, please.
If I can find it. I'm still scrolling trying to look for it because I haven't heard it in a minute. I think it's hold on. I think I can find it like this. Let's see. Friend. Let's see if it pops up. Here it is right here. So there's a song There's an album, but this specifically this song. It's called "A Different Drummer" by Rahimi Harris and Family Love. I'll send it to you. Is this right here?
Yeah,
I'll
please.
send it to
All
you.
right, dope, dope,
This
dope.
guy right
Please.
here. Song
Yeah, that
called
looks
"He's My
fire
Friend."
already.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, I found it. Okay. Yeah,
he's
I'm
my
definitely
friend.
gonna listen to this.
Oh
Oh, this
my
is perfect.
gosh.
Yes.
Let's see if I could. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
care. Hold on. This right here. This. It is so good.
Damn, it's like Donny Hathaway. That's crazy.
And then the way he transitioned, he gonna sing a little bit, but then it breaks down with the. Then it breaks down with the. Okay, he's singing way longer than I thought he did, but it breaks down with the.
Nah,
Here it is.
that's
Here
all
it is.
good.
Here it is. Okay, he has more to say. Here it is. Really. Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
hard. It's so
That'll do.
hard.
That'll do.
So
Yeah, yeah,
hard.
yeah. No, that's yeah, yeah. Definitely. Yes, definitely gonna. I'm gonna add that
Bro, that's when you hear that, it's gonna be stuck in your head. So I just want to say before we continue, I appreciate your appreciation for gospel because I love like because it's such like
yeah,
it's like one of the purest forms of music because
yeah,
like bro, you might mess around like if you hear like definitely like a live gospel performance that you might hear some voice cracks like it's just they feeling it. They're like you know what
yeah,
I'm saying. It's
man. No,
just
that's
so
true.
pure.
That's
So
true. Yeah.
love it,
No,
man.
no, no. I totally agree. Like because like you want to feel something when you listen to music like that. Like to me, that's the whole point. Like, and that's definitely the music that makes me like. It's like where I'm most like ritualistic. Like I can't listen to it all the time. Like or I'll like feel too much.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Yeah, there's like I have a whole YouTube like private channel because like some of it you can't even find on Spotify. Like it's it's just like it's kind of hard. But yeah, no, that's my favorite. To be honest, like my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies ever was The Preacher's Wife.
Mm.
And, my mom or like pretty much my whole family, but mostly me and my mom will like watch it every like Christmas, of course. Um, and it's like I think it's like the highest selling gospel album of all time, like technically. Um, and it's just like I think that's some of the first music I can ever remember listening to, like ever. Like I had the first iPod Shuffle that had the USB stick, the little thing, and like you just like plug it into the desktop, and yeah, it was a lot of like that was definitely like like who could imagine the King was like like I vividly remember just like listening to that like trying to fall asleep.
It makes so much
Yeah,
sense now because like I said, listen to Workers interlude. Listen because it's one part
yeah,
of Workers interlude where you do the "Don't make me wait so long," but then you go up an octave with the "Don't make me wait so long" like that. I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
that's some
yeah,
gospel. Like the way that melody
yeah,
and the way
yeah,
you hit that is just like chef's
yeah.
kiss, as they say, man.
Bro, like you've got a really good attention to detail. Like it's really cool. Yeah, it's definitely it's. I can see why people love you so much because it's it's really dope to see.
I'm an idiot. You're the music.
Bro, that's how I feel. That's literally that's my line. That's
That's funny.
I say that shit all the time. I'm like, bro, I don't know shit.
It's funny because I feel like sometimes. Have you ever heard somebody tell you something about your music and you didn't even realize? And you was like, "Dang, I did kind of do that there."
All the time, bro. That's what the last year and a half has been. Yeah, it's been like every time I put it out, I'll like hear something back, and it's like it doesn't really like have any effect. It's more so just like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like, because I like for me, I've been doing this shit since like 2011, kind of like that's when I started like focusing on
Yeah.
like I would like write really bad songs on my phone. Like I was like it was ridiculous. But like yeah, I've been that's when I got bit by the Spider-Man bug, and I just I haven't been the same since.
Hey, what's crazy? You elevating on this new EP though. You know what
Bro,
I'm
I
saying?
heard a little, yeah. No, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it's better.
Bro, that what's the second track? Hand
Hand
on
on
Me,
me,
bro.
hand
That
on
fucking
me.
that
Yeah,
and don't make me
yeah,
find a way.
yeah.
I
That one
love
is
that.
also, yeah. That one's too, yeah. The future is my passion. Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah,
You make some fun music, and it's funny because like you can make the fun music, and I feel like something like Worker's Interlude is something a little bit more introspective, and you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. You have to sit down and listen to. So I do appreciate also like your ability to like just not do the same thing. You know, like you're not making the
right.
same. It's like the album isn't just one long song. Like there's
No,
definitely
yeah,
you know like
definitely.
you definitely vary through
Yeah,
different sounds and melodies and stuff like
definitely.
that. So even within the song, like you will do a whole melody change or a whole like you know what I'm saying. So I appreciate you keeping things interesting.
Yeah. No, I used to take this like there's this composer named Burt Bacharach, and he wrote a lot of shit for Dionne Warwick, and like he was like big in the '60s, and like '70s. But I had to be in this band where we just like played all his music, so like he really knew how to write songs, and that's kind of my like bar for like a well written song is like Burt Bacharach.
Well, what did you play?
Sorry.
What did you play? You say you were in a band.
Oh yeah. I played guitar. Yeah, that's like my main instrument is
Gotcha.
guitar. Yeah, yeah. That's what I went to school for too. Yeah, it was yeah, guitar.
You ever seen Whiplash?
No, but I heard about it. I heard it was like intense. I heard it was pretty intense.
Very.
You know why? You know why I didn't watch that movie? Because I watched a little bit. I saw a clip, and the dude who was supposed to be like Mr. Music Man, he counted off the song 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that's like some dance shit. Like you don't like you don't count a song of 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that's not. So I was like, this isn't real. This isn't
Wait,
real.
you mean like to introduce like the
Yeah, like it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, or like 2, 3, 4, like it's just like some kind of like,
yeah
but like 5, 6, 7, 8 is more like a dance, like
yeah I okay
yeah,
yes because
yeah.
I
So like he lost a little credibility with me.
look I was in a symphonic band in middle school and
Same.
super duper intense because I went to an art school and
Mm,
like our
that's
professors went to like Juilliard and stuff so like they were treating us like grown men like they were like
I
snapping and
bet.
stuff like that
I
so
bet.
so
Yeah.
so now
So you related to it. You were like you
yeah,
were like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
somebody.
exactly. So like,
Yeah.
so when you just said that, I was like, I was like, oh yeah, you're right because like you're 1, 2, 3. Because like when we would count our
Yeah.
music, because like sometimes like we would have to even before we played, we would have to count the music out. So it'd be like one T, 2 T, 3 T. Like we'd have to like try to
Right.
like you know what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
So yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
peep
Yeah.
that. So him saying 5, 6, 7, 8 is hilarious. I didn't even peep
I was like,
that.
I don't know where they do that.
That's a good point. Hey, let's act like that don't exist. Very great movie. I would say
I
very very
bet.
good
I
movie.
bet it was a
Very
really
good
good
movie.
movie. I
Very
was
good
like, don't be yelling at me when you can't be counting. You can't even count the song
movie.
off.
That's funny. Well, no, you said that when you're bored, sometimes you might watch like some dumb TV.
Yeah,
What are you watching?
I watched like I used to I when I was a kid I used to love like Maury. I watched a lot of like Flavor Love and like all those like reality TV like dating shows. I used to love those and then I kind of stopped. Oh yeah, I watch like I would watch those really bad like propaganda like firefighter like shows that come on like
Like Chicago PD and stuff like
yeah
that.
I watch those like with my mom, like not so much the cop ones, more so like the firefighter or like maybe like the like what was it, there was one that was like actually yeah no sometimes it'd be cops, yeah no, like I used to watch a show called like Memphis Beat that was like so trash but it was so good, bro. It was like wait, what's the one Station 19, like
Mm.
whatever, the one had like Rob Lowe in it, and like it's so bad, it's so like it's like it's something about it that's just like can't stop. Can't stop. Um, but yeah,
No,
but like one, yeah, I had to stop though. I had to stop.
hey, we all indulge in our bad TV.
Yeah,
I don't want to call this show bad because I love it so much, but it's like I guess like critically not like the greatest show. The
right, right.
reboot of Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
I heard it was good.
I'm
I heard it
hooked.
was good.
I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
No, I heard it was good. I heard it was
Bro,
good.
they got
No, I
a
heard it
no.
was.
I this isn't really a spoiler because it happens pretty early on. But
Right.
Carlton's a cokehead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, there was that one episode where he got like hooked on
Speed. He
speed.
was a
Yeah,
speed.
yeah.
Yeah. But that nigga Danny Brown got one of my favorite. Danny Brown said, he said I'm off the same shit that had Carlton dancing fast,
Yeah,
which is a
bro.
great bar.
Yo, we were scared for Carlton at one point, man. We know what's gonna happen. Yeah, nah, yeah, this, oof. Yeah, no, it was, yeah, no, that shit is like, it's like, oh yeah. I got into like podcasts and shit too. Like I've been trying to chill out, but like I used to like not like trash or nothing like that, but it's like I mean like sometimes it's bad, but like I used to watch like the old like Joe Budden podcasts. I thought that was like hilarious. It was also like it used to be so good because he used to be dropping like real like music industry knowledge,
Yeah.
like because he was such like he was so interesting to me because like it was like okay, there's this person who like had this massive hit that's like still played in stadiums like now, like but like kind of got screwed in his deal, but like is also like very like aware
Yeah.
of like what's happening and is like very good at communicating like to an audience and like there was this point where like I was just like learning a lot about the music industry like without having like been in it and like um but also it's like kind of like take with a grain of salt type shit. But like, yeah, I used to watch that. Sometimes I'll like still like kind of go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What are you watching now that you would say like you actually like it's good television or good movies
bro,
that like
the bear, man.
man
I like the
I have a
bear.
controversial opinion on the Bear, man.
Really? Oh no! All right, give it to me. Give it to me.
Who's your? I'll tell you my least favorite. This is my least favorite character. Who's your least favorite character if you have one?
My least favorite character
Yeah.
on the bear. I don't think I have one right now. I don't think I. It used to be the cousin. It used to be the cousin.
Really?
But and like they kind of humanized the mom at the you know what I mean and like if and like the sister's husband is like he's a doof but it's like he's like a golden retriever like he's like you know like whatever it's like I don't really hate anybody like on the show. I thought it was crazy like spoiler or like it's not a spoiler but I thought like Marcus was crazy for like trying to show the donut like at the time when they was like when they was going like I was like I'm trying to figure out why he's mad. Like it's like bro we're working and you making a donut like it's crazy.
And also, what a crazy just being like, you know what I'm saying, one of the niggas around Odd Future, and now this nigga's like on a critically acclaimed show. That's crazy, right? That's insane.
Yeah, no, shout out to him, bro. Shout out to bro. They're all really creative kids. Like
Yeah.
it's like it goes to show like what can happen when you give like creative kids a platform and like just let them flourish. Like it's fucking sick. Wait, who's your least favorite character?
So you're gonna make it even more controversial because you didn't even say the person I'm talking about. Like you didn't even mention the person that I'm even talking about. But man, bro, I don't even know her name in the show. I forget. But Io,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, you know what's funny? You know what's funny?
What's up?
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Io seems like the girl in school when the period's about to end. You're about to leave. Like, all right, man, let's go. And literally 3 seconds before the bell rings, she raises her hand and says, we had homework to turn in, right? And the teacher's like, yeah, we did. You're like, why did you say that? It's just, man. But,
Yeah. I don't like that little fucking like chest rub shit. I don't like that shit.
you good, chef? You good, chef?
Oh, sorry. Like, nah. Like, let's yell. Let's.
That's funny. You know what's funny about that is we're talking about Whiplash being like realistic. Like people who work like as like chefs, they'd be like, man, this is like the closest I've ever seen to like the actual like anxiety that you get working in the kitchen. So
yeah. No, that makes it's funny. My brother's a pastry chef, and like I keep telling him to watch it, but like I don't think he will. It's like yeah, it's, like he's like really into anime and shit. So like
Mm.
I don't think it's like he gives a fuck about like that. Like um, but shout out to anime. But yeah, nah, it's yeah. I don't think he cares.
But the Bear's your fave. That's your favorite.
That's just like the last thing I can remember watching like straight through. Like because there was a point where I stopped watching like kind of media for a minute for a couple years where I was like I kind of like got paranoid and thought that like everything had like this really like hyper capitalist message that like I couldn't really escape because I guess I was just like trying to look for more like leftist media and like once you kind of see the world through that lens it's kind of hard to kind of see
Yeah.
it through like, other lenses and like especially through media but I don't know I kind of I'm still definitely like you know the same person but like I allow myself more enjoyment now like than I did.
I got a request for you. I
Yeah,
got so you might like
nice,
because
nice.
it digs into like kind of political stuff, but I don't know if you're into like kind of like absurdist stuff. It's very like
Yeah,
absurd.
love it. Yeah.
So there's a show called The Curse.
Okay.
So the same people who made I've never seen Uncut Gems, the
Yeah, I
Safdie
did. Yeah,
brothers.
Sassy Brothers. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
they made this in collaboration with one of my favorite comedians, dude named Nathan Fielder, and
Oh yeah, it's Nathan for you, right?
Nathan for you. So yes, him.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's
yeah.
starring in. It's him. It's one of the Safdie brothers.
Oh, I've seen the cover.
Yes,
I think. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Okay, cool.
And Emma Stone is in it.
Yeah, love
So
her.
I would recommend that to you and anybody if you want something that you're probably not even going to really understand, but you're going to enjoy it.
Fire.
I would
Yeah.
say The
No.
Curse is a show
All right, cool.
that you seek for sure.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Also,
Definitely.
I definitely meant to bring this up, but what's I keep forgetting what's freaking track one on Catching Chickens.
Hell of a ride.
Gosh, that
Yeah, it's a cool song.
goodbye, baby, goodbye. I
Yeah,
love that, and then
yeah.
low key kind of gospel in that when you go with the dun dun dun
Yeah, the
dun
changes are
dun
kind of
dun,
yeah,
yeah, dun
yeah,
dun
yeah. The changes are yeah.
dun. So
Yeah.
fire, man.
Yeah, it's a cool song. It's a cool song. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites too. I like the EP. I like the EP because I feel like it's like a more I don't know. It just feels like more like me right now, like what I'm kind of like into. But I'm working on the album or like working on the next album now. So,
Why is it called Catching Chickens?
um, so like one of the first movies that like me and my mom ever like kind of bonded over, or just like bonded in general, was like watching like Rocky, and so like I just love Rocky,
Yeah,
and like we still like we watch all the creeds and shit. Like just like she loved Rocky, so like I was just really into it
yeah,
too. And yeah, there's this scene where like Rocky's training and like his trainer just makes him like
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
catch chickens. Yeah. So and then there's like a Benny the Butcher song. I want to say flood the block, but it could be wrong. No, it's the one with J Cole.
I think it's something something Benny P Cabin or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like he like he says catching chickens in it, which like like makes pretty much the same reference. And so yeah, I kind of see it as like post erotic probiotic too. I'm like signing to a bigger label. Like it's kind of me just
Congrats, by
training.
the way. Congrats.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very surreal. Like, but yeah, it's kind of like yeah, it's just I feel like very confident. And I feel like I'm just like the cool thing about like signing a label and the cool thing about like knowing about the music industry is like for me, I don't see it as like I won the lottery like or anything. It's like it's not this like life changing deal, but it is like it's like you're getting drafted into like the league or whatever, like into the like whatever league. It's like you have an opportunity now to like make a difference or like to put out some cool shit, but like it's not like it's up to you, and like it's like I think that's one thing artists should know. It's like it's always up to you. Like it's always up to you. Like you have a lot more control than you think um over like your career and shit. And
You,
it's like
I was gonna say, The Ravens would probably be in the Super Bowl if they brought you out in halftime to perform "Daddy." I think Lamar Jackson
Bro,
would have been like, you know what? I got to win for this guy.
you know what? It wasn't our time, because the Ravens have never lost the Super Bowl. We've never lost. We're 2-0. We're 2-0. So whenever we go, we win. So it just wasn't our time. It just wasn't our time. And like, yeah, like maybe I got to do more. Like maybe I failed them. Maybe it was me. Maybe, you know, I don't know,
What if Lamar Jackson just reached out and like, you know what? I need you at halftime next time. You know,
bro. They got the other fucking dude, the fucking like the guy who talks like he's from Dundalk. Like
Stavi.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
yeah. I don't fucking know his name, but like shout out to him. But yeah, like, they got him.
That's so funny. Before I do let you go, you tweeted out something super interesting, and I need a breakdown on this. January 1st, 2024. You say, "LOL, my third album is gonna piss everyone off,
Oh yeah.
but it's gonna put me where I want to be. I can't wait." What is this third album gonna sound like? Why is it gonna piss people off?
I don't know. I think it's just gonna be like probably like just more political and like yeah. But I don't really. I have like one song for it. I don't fucking know. I just know exactly where I want to do, and like that's enough.
I mean, but I feel like you don't think your fan base would probably like that.
Um, I think maybe. I think I don't know. Like for what I'm like creating, I think it's gonna be like a mix of like two things that like people might not like.
Mm.
But I think it's like necessary to talk about. So yeah, but
You're gonna get in your revolutionary bag.
musically, or I don't know. I don't want to be like I don't know. I don't like. I have no idea like how I want to handle like politics and shit. 'Cause I just have opinions and like, and I know how the world should, or like I think I know how like the world should be, not in like a because I don't think anyone should want to change the world. I think that's so fucking creepy to like
Yeah.
want to change the world. Like I think it just like all the people who have ever changed the world have just done it, and it's like it just happens because they just did some cool shit. Or it's like, or like when like Soldier Boy, when like shout out to Soldier Boy, but like he does this thing where he's like I was first person to do this. Like it's like bro, just because you were the first doesn't mean like it was like a good thing
Yeah.
to like just like being influential is not always like a good thing.
I was
So
the
it's
first
like,
person to do crack on camera. It's like, all right.
and it's like he was like he is a legend
For sure.
like he is. I'm not trying to start no Soldier Boy beef. Like I'm just saying, but
So
like,
I don't know if you want that.
and bro, remember when him and Bow Wow was beefing and they I don't want no parts of it.
That's so
But
funny.
yeah, I forgot the question. But
Um,
But yeah. I don't really know. I think it's like I think I just don't. I don't want it to sound like anything I put out yet. So like I think that's also like just musically like I don't know. Like I think kind of what I'm doing with the music video for Hand on Me is like similar to what I want to do for like the third album. And just kind of have it just be a mix of worlds and like I don't know, like I just want it to be like I want to learn more about just like leftism and like anarchism and like just talk about things that like I think need to be talked about that I don't really hear talked about too much.
it's gonna be fucking Marcus Marx. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. You know, already got three of the letters. You know, so might as well.
That's hilarious.
Might as well.
Dude. So this might be a dumb question, but the first album is Erotic Probiotic 2. This is the EP. The second album, is that what you're calling this? The second album, or
No, so there was the first EP. No, so the second album is going to be called The Passionate One. So like,
okay?
there's like there's two erotic probiotics. Then there's going to be EP, and then I'm working on like another full length album. Right now, that's like, I would say like, we're kind of mixing it and writing it at the same time. So it's like probably like 60% done. But
So this third album is way in the future.
yeah, third album's like way down. Third album might be the fourth album. Like it may be on some some Kanye like good ass job shit. You know what I mean? It's like just fucking never comes out. But it's definitely gonna come out. Like because it's definitely something like I want to do. But I just want it to be like I just want to just my favorite movie is this movie called Frank, and like there's this line in it where it's just like talks about pushing himself to his furthest corners, creatively. And I just want to do that, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah. I feel. Oh no, I actually got this. You work in a barbershop?
Yeah, I used to work at but they scammed me, bro. Like I only worked there because I was trying to train to be a barber because I cut my own hair, like I cut my dad's hair and cut my brother's hair. Like it's like I know how to cut hair, I just not trained to do it. And so I only got the job to like train to do it, and they were like, "Oh, our master barber is training somebody else." And then COVID happened, and so I just quit.
A nigga being a master barber is hilarious. A nigga like the final boss of barber.
Bro, I'm like, and why did you only have one student at one time at a time? Like what? Yeah, it's
this nigga Mr. Miyagi of the barbers, man. That's hilarious. But no, I'm looking through everything. I feel like I talked about everything I had to talk about. I did have this and said this is really fire. This
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah, that song's gonna be on the album I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah, so cool.
Literally, only thing that I see that I haven't even talked about was freaking shout out to No Name for following you. No Name be tapped in.
Shout out to No Name, man.
No Name
Shout out to
in.
No Name, man. Yeah, I know. Like really, like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. It's like artists just doing like just being themselves and just like having something to say.
Super
and, like,
cool.
Just being very direct. Like shout out to No Name for sure.
She's super tapped in because there's this dude named Grande Mahogany that I seen she was just following. I found out about this nigga. He's literally, you and him are the two people I've been listening to all like for the past like
cool.
week or two. Like literally you and him.
I had to listen. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Yeah.
Bro, I found out about him because I was trying to interview somebody else, and I want to say they were signed to some label that had the word mahogany in it. So I was trying to find the label's Instagram to email them. End up finding his page, and I thought it was like a page of like somebody dead. Like I thought it was like a tribute page because this nigga looked like he looked like somebody from the '70s. So I'm like, oh shit, like somebody done made like a tribute page for their uncle that ain't blow up or something. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going listen. I'm like, oh no, this nigga alive. Like this is somebody with oxygen in their lungs right now. This is throwing me off.
That's
so
funny.
he makes like it's like if the Funkadelics, Eve's Tumor, and Sly and the Family Stone like made a baby. It would come out him, and he just put out his like album, and I see she tapped in. I'm like, how the hell she found out about this dude? Like, dude had like 500 followers when I found
That's
him.
cool.
But he's from I think somewhere in like Europe. Black guy, so hard. You and him are my playlist right now, like literally
That's
back
fire.
and forth. So
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
I will definitely send you some Grande Mahogany. But
please.
but no, I appreciate you stopping by. If you have any last words for the people watching,
nah, man. Yeah, Cash and Chicken's out March 22nd.
Yeah.
Handle Me out on Wednesday, the 21st.
I think we're dropping this in March, so about time this drops, it'll already be out.
Oh,
so,
perfect.
They done already heard hands.
So I'm gonna just say less than. I'm gonna just say. Nah, bro, this was fun, man. This is like one of the best interviews I've ever done. So this is fucking really, congrats to you for just what you've been doing.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for everybody watching. I appreciate you guys for watching. Until next time.
Shout out to everybody watching, man, for sure.
Shout out to you guys. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and you guys holler at your boy.